Hello, Victor here, RestoringMercedes.com, 1993 600 SL, a 25,000 mile car. And this car, I now made videos about this for a long time because it's been stored and has been pulled out from storage. It hasn't been taken out in about 2 years. So now it's out of storage, and some other jobs that needed to be done I wanted to do on this. And sure enough, the last job that was supposed to be done was the soft top cylinders, the roof cylinders. And also, you know, once you pull it out of storage, the hard top came off, the soft top was closed up just to stretch it up, you know, like let it sit on the sun to unwrinkle a little bit and stuff like that. Clean the windows, of course. The window's nice. I mean, you know, there's no problems there. But before the job for soft top cylinders to be performed, one of them blew up, and that was this one right here, the small one. And I thought I have a little bit more time, but apparently I did not. So I do not want any of the hydraulic fluid to leak out from cylinders into the frame and up the front and all that stuff. So therefore I decided to do this job. But I was a little bit too late when this cylinders blew up and the seal blew up, and then it's just started to leak hydraulic fluid. So for that very reason, I'm having the hose over here, and I'm just washing away the hydraulic fluid that's in there as much as I can, right? So that's the stream from the water. It just keeps draining away the hydraulic fluid. And that is what I did not want to happen, but it did happen today, just before I was about to do this job. And obviously, once one cylinder blows up, all of them has to be done. And I was about to do it anyway, but at this point I was just a little bit too late. So it's not super late yet. It's about 8 p.m. So I'm going to do this cylinder right here tonight, just to replace the seals into this one. Tomorrow, it's going to be Sunday actually, but day off supposedly, but it is what it is. I'm going to do the rest of them, and then probably Monday I'm going to get down to the mains. The mains, that's a different job. Those cylinders have to come out, yeah, but I want to do all of the cylinders, all the seals all around. And yeah, but I couldn't even close the roof because there was so much hydraulic leaking out, and I didn't want to saturate the body of the car too much. And so therefore I put in this water hose and let the water to clean up as much of the fluid as possible. Since I have access to this one, I'll do it right now, and then I'll continue with the others. They all have to be done. Once one cylinder goes, then they all will go. Now the wiper also to be replaced because this thing is old. The emblem to be replaced because that is discolorated a little bit. There is a little bit of a ding on this car and a couple of scratches in the back. That's about all. Yeah, see the emblem is kind of like, it's kind of okay, but I don't know. I mean, I would like to replace it with the new one just so it looks nicer, right? It's still there and everything, but so yeah, it's this car is going to be for sale. Low mileage, like I said, 25 and change thousand miles. Smells new. I mean, it's a beautiful machine. Tires to be replaced, of course, because the car has been sitting in storage for many years. And wiring, all the wires are done, intake manifold gaskets are done, oil, the seals on the upper chain covers are done, the hydraulic block on the passenger side, seals on that one, those are done. This car is all sorted out. All the accumulators for suspensions, they were done. The hood mat to be done once more, because the hood mat is coming apart. Yes, unfortunately, because it's been done. I did it like many years ago, so they don't last too long. So that's to be done once over. The amplifier, radio, CD changer, all of that, solar original antenna, everything works. That was all also redone. The shocks for the hood, for the rear, for the trunk, I think I have to replace those again, because again this car was in storage. The shock absorber for the center console over there to be replaced. I have the shock, and that, you know, the shock absorber, that is to be done. AC works great. Oil pressure is on point. A beautiful machine. I mean, really is. Like I said, 25 and change. Well, let's say 26,000 miles on this vehicle. Most of its life it lived in the climate control garage, and then it was parked, covered up for a few years actually outside, unfortunately, because I had no garage for it. But other than that, that's one of these nice ones. All right, so before the car is for sale, obviously the hydraulic cylinders to be resealed, because this car cannot go to any other place before those things are done. So that's the idea. This is the soft top, original soft top, 1993. And yeah, so right now I'm gonna do this cylinder right now. I have to put the bungee cord so the soft top does not fold, and then I'll continue with the others. I'll put my date marks. I usually put the date stamps on when cylinders are done. That one is a little bit wet right now because I've been washing this area. Once it dries, I'm going to put in a date code on that cylinder when it was done, the month and the year. So this is basically all. And actually, I'm thinking there are a couple of small areas that are in question, like this little trim right here. I might remove the A-pillar and reglue this, you know, because it's just like coming apart. And also obviously hardtop, the headliner is coming down. Yeah, so I'm thinking of doing that too, regluing it and have it nice. And well, clean the car, detailing, all of that stuff. This hasn't been detailed in like ages. This is what it looks like. Hasn't been touched in like long time. It's, like I said, it's all original. Headlight switch works perfectly fine. There's a little bit of wear, of course, on the bolster, but that's to be cleaned off, and that's gonna be okay. So yeah, the speaker grills are on point. The radio works. Yeah, beautiful car. So this is where we are. And yeah, this video is pretty much about just documenting what's happening to this car, because the last video about this car was years ago when I had it in the shop, and I was doing some work with the oil leaks and all that stuff. So now this is just, I guess, a continuation. Alright, Victor here again. Here's another edition, just to document that this is done. These are the cylinders. I put date codes on them, replaced the seals in them. They were not leaking, but they were about to. The seals were old. It's a 1993 vehicle, as you can see. the seal is about to go already. It, like I said, it wasn't leaking yet, but you know, once I started on them, I'll just finish them all. This one, it's a crack, you know, that scratches during the removal. I scratched it a little bit, but again, we're not reusing them. But original seals, of course, you can tell. One of them started leaking, so I decided to do them all. Right now, the fronts are done, and all the others are also finished. I can't show you the date codes, but I write on the pistons the actual date code. So it's redone 8th month of 2023. All right, now back here, I don't know, maybe you can see one of them with some date on it. It's like inscribed on it, like well, not inscribed, I just wrote it with marker. No, can't see it. But anyway, whoever takes the covering off, you will see the date codes on these pistons. The only ones that are left now are mains. Mains on the 93 require removal of all the backing and everything, because I have to remove the mains. They're deep in there. And that moisture there, that's water, because I was washing the area and cleaning the drains. So they're nice and free, so the water escapes well. Because if it doesn't, then it accumulates in the floor and all of that good stuff. You obviously do not want water in there. So yeah, I'm thinking to do the mains today, but I have to finish covering the fronts before I cover. Obviously, put the cover back in. I will test the roof, make sure it works. So far so good. And yeah, just like I said, another addition. Maybe I'll make another addition while I'm doing the mains. Mains, like I said, you start with one, that's it, you do them all. All right, so that is basically where we are. All right, so it's evening and I just installed the second resealed cylinder on the driver's side, the main. I wrote large letters, large numbers actually. Well, because it's large, so I could. And it's not visible from above. From above, I just put in just a little bit, a small, tiny little date stamp right here. 8/20/23. Something that does not stand out too much, you know? Because, yeah. Well, let's operate the roof now, because both are replaced. The seals are replaced. Take a look at seals. They were not super horrible, but again, before they go bad, you want to replace them so you have less mess with your hydraulic. This one is starting to discolorate around. I mean, that's it. They're over. Well, let's just put on the ignition and let's get the roof going. See what we have here. Now let's try to open it, I guess. Nope, error. Come on, bleed up. It has to bleed. The system has to purge. Okay, so that was close. Let's do the open. It's low on fluid, I'm sure. Ooh. Yeah, that was an air pocket actually. The roof the whole car just shifted. What was that sound? Oh man, that's probably the car that was making a U-turn. Or the air purging. Yeah, I think I hear the air purge. Yeah, there's some air pressure. What's going on? I don't know what's going on here. It's like it's making lots of noises, like as if the pipe is blown, but I'm sure it is nothing. Nothing is blown. It could be just that extra air that's still in the system, or we literally have no fluid in the system, to be honest. because I've been using it. Basically, this fluid was never checked in about 15 years. Plus it was leaking, so I won't be surprised that the fluid is low. Okay, it's in the air again. Nope. You can see it goes into air state. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm not gonna play with it. I'm gonna purge it. I'm gonna check the fluid level, of course. But there's stuff in the trunk, so I don't want that stuff to be, you know, I don't want to take it all apart. Come on. No. It doesn't want to work now. I think it's over in terms of fluid. Yeah, there's no fluid in there. I think I depleted everything. So, okay. It doesn't matter. It works. It will work. So, oh, and the battery is low too, I think I heard. Try. Oh, not only that. It's our battery that's low. Lights were on all day. And, well, anyway. It will work. So, just before the sun is out, I really want to put the paneling back together. So, I'll complete the paneling and then deal with the battery. I have to start the car though, because I want to move it around to put the covering back in. Alright, well, so far so good. Moving along.